Greetings. In this semester's RTVF 185 and 141 classes, we had the unique opportunity to work with Steve Decker from Zuka Creative, and we created a series of commercials and digital adventures for the students in both the podcasting classes and the internet production and performance classes. So on Thursday afternoon, we had podcasting, and the students produced RGX commercials. In the Thursday evening class, the students chose to produce commercials for Jamba Juice, digital video / commercials. And in the Monday class of 141, we also produced videos for RGX. So the premise remained the same throughout all the classes. We interacted with Steve Decker, and we used Skype, which was absolutely excellent, a great way to communicate with Steve. Steve was excellent. We had one-on-one repartee with the students, and it was just an excellent adventure. Students had to gather into groups. First of all, they selected pitches. They pitched the primary product to Steve, and then Steve would red light, or he would green light. So if he red light, it was back to the drawing board, and if he green light, then the student would go on into pre-production, developing their production list, their production book, their shooting schedule, their timing, their lighting, the equipment they need, etc., etc. And Steve was really good at helping the students along in the creative process of how to produce these commercials. And so throughout the semester, Steve would Skype into the class. We'd discuss how things were doing, how things were going. He'd offer advice, he'd offer anecdotes, and the students really enjoyed it. In fact, numerous students came up to me and said, "Professor Dan, this was one of the best classes I ever had. It was great to be able to have someone like of Steve's stature to come in and talk to us." And through Skype was great because we had him on the high screen, on the big screen where he could actually talk to us. He talked to us, we could talk back. So the idea was to bridge the internet production along with the traditional digital film production. And so what we did was we offered the $500 prize for the best video. And so these are what you're going to view, is that you're going to view the projects that the students have created in both 185 and the 141 projects. So, and in addition, what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide links to specifically my 185 class, where they had their assignment was to podcast their production. And so you get a unique glimpse into the making sausage of producing a commercial, which is a great deal of fun, watching how they came up with what they came up with, however crazy it was, but they had a good time doing it. That's in the 185 class. In the 141 class, it was more structured, and they basically did the assignments that I told them to do, and they also worked in a group at the same time. So these were a very large group of hardworking kids. So kids, I say kids, these are students, grad students, excellent work, excellent projects. This is Professor Dan Fortune, and enjoy yourself.